It's safe to say the Oklahoma City Thunder have Tyrese Haliburton in a box defensively. Let's take a look at his shot chart. You see a lot of forced shots on the perimeter, and then you got some deep twos mixed in there. There's only 4 out of 26 shots in the painted region. So when this play occurred during the game yesterday, I was like, what are we doing here? Why are you passing this out? You gotta shoot this shot. Because something happened that hasn't been occurring very often so far in this series. Look at what he does. He blows past his initial defender. This is a shot. This is a spot he has to take advantage of. Floaters have been available for him in this situation. And yes, it's going to be tough to make it over Chet. But this is the NBA Finals, ladies and gentlemen. You have to make tough shots. And I understand he made the correct basketball play. It led to an open three-pointer. But in my eyes, in this situation, he was 1 of 5 in the first half. They're down by 19 points. I think it's more important to get him going than anyone else. Just see something go in the basket. And creating separation, finding great shot quality has been very tough for him. So seeing him pass up situations like this where it could potentially get him going and it can help him make tougher shots, it just hurts my soul. The good thing in the second half, it seems like he realized that the floater might be one of his best options to get up shots or get up easier shots. He actually hit 2 of them in the second half when the game was over, but hopefully he takes that into the next game. But all the credit in the world has to go to OKC. They really have him second guessing, and he just hasn't found any matchups on the court that he enjoys. I mean, think about it. He's going up against Isaiah Joe here. This is like their 9th man. He doesn't play very much. He should be able to take advantage of this or feel comfortable compared to the rest of the defenders. And look at Isaiah Joe. But also, notice Alex Caruso helping on the drive. And this is what Haliburton is dealing with every time. So that's why he's overthinking. But here, he does a nice job getting to his spot he can score. But also, Isaiah Joe is right there and gets a very, very good contest off, and it's a brick. OKC is also destroying them in the more effective pick category that you can't see in the box score. Look at Aaron Nesmith on this one. Look at Pascal Siakam on this one. I mean, what's the point of the screen? And initially, he has a step on Jalen Williams, but Chet is there, and he doesn't want to attack Chet. But you see, there is a lot of space and opportunity where he can try and get around everyone. Obviously, easier said than done. But what I'm trying to say is Tyrese Haliburton at his best, he takes advantage of spaces like that. And he usually gets around the painted area and either scores for himself or most likely kicks it to his teammates. But against OKC, he is continuing to pass up these opportunities, whether it's the physicality, the speed, or it's the backline defense. You got Shea, you got Cason Wallace, you got Alex Caruso. They're going to be swiping away, and they're going to be right in there quicker than you expect. And as you saw, instead of trying to take that advantage, he slowed up, and it just turned into Williams staying in front until it led to a movement three-pointer that was kind of awkward and pretty contested. Also, I think OKC did a great job yesterday turning Indiana into a half-court team, but also an isolation team. That's not what they do well. They do well moving the rock, cutting, and getting off-ball movement. But here, they switch Chet onto Haliburton, so Tyrese thinks he has a mismatch. In reality, he really doesn't. And against New York at times, when he got the Mitchell Robinson matchup, he struggled to self-create, but also hit step-back threes on him at times. But mostly, they use that matchup to get the rim protector away from the rim. Instead of using that to their advantage, there's no off-ball movement, and everyone's just watching Tyrese dance. And eventually, it leads to nowhere, and it's a turnover. I've seen Indiana in the past use this scenario, and Tyrese passes off the ball, and then he'll set a flare screen really quickly, and then Chet can't keep up, and it creates an advantage for them. That's what makes them a dynamic offense, but trying to mismatch hunt like this is just kind of making them a normal offense to defend. That's not what has made them great. But once again, OKC deserves props for forcing them into this. Like right now in your head, think of the finals. Think of Indiana's offense. There's a lot of dribbling. It's not the swing, ball movement, off ball movement offense you're used to. OKC's doing a wonderful job making them into an offense that they don't want to be. So I wanted to dig deeper to see what OKC's doing well in terms of taking stuff away from him. So the first two games versus Cleveland and New York, if you remember, Pacers went up 2-0 in both of those series, and he was very, very good. He was averaging 20-plus points in the first two games. A major difference you see in the stats is against OKC in the mid-range, paint, and restricted area, he has 11 field goals attempted, only 11. Versus the Cleveland Cavaliers, he had 18 through the first two games. Versus the New York Knicks, he had 17. So OKC is really just making him settle for threes and shutting off his driving lanes. On top of that, he has 12 assists and 8 turnovers. Versus Cleveland, 17 assists to 1 turnover. And lastly, versus New York, 22 assists and 3 turnovers in the first two games. And then he's making uncharacteristic turnovers. I mean, he had a backcourt violation. He tried to throw a full court pass to Obi Toppin when there was no clear advantage. Also, Pacer players got to understand, sealing off OKC defenders and then trying to make that entry pass, it's nearly impossible. Almost every time it's going to end in a turnover. When I see Obi Toppin or Thomas Bryant consistently trying to post up and demand the ball, I'm just cringing. The only person I trust to do so on the Pacers consistently and have positive results is Pascal Siakam. But at times so far in this series, I feel like he's not picking his spots well in that regard. But really, the story of the game was the other guys stepping up for OKC. And when they get this type of offensive production from multiple guys outside of Shea and Jalen Williams, I mean, Chet was unbelievable in the first half defensively, and also he had a bunch of points. Aaron Wiggins had clutch shot after clutch shot, momentum shots, sustaining a run or just advancing the lead. Alex Caruso as well, 20 points off the bench, 38 points from Aaron Wiggins and Alex Caruso. That just can't happen if you're the Pacers. And remember in game one, Jalen Williams and Chet were pretty much invisible offensively. Well, they combined for 34 points as well. Shea is most likely going to get his 30 points every single night, maybe even more, but you got to cut down his assists. 8 assists on the night, too much. But their defense was locked down, and also offensively, they were just way better as a team. Who do you guys think will win Game 3? Let me know your thoughts below in the comments section. Have yourself a great day, and peace out.